My friend, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Daily. My name is Aaron Machbitz. Let's talk about the August 25th edition of Monday Night Raw, and the thing that pops into my mind immediately is Bayley. I love this thing that's happening right now with Bayley because it's so relatable. All of us in our minds have this version of who we are and who we want to be, and this other version of like all of sort of the bad decisions, the bad choices we make, sort of the evil things that we want to do. We all have that voice in the back of our mind that says, do this, do that. This is the right way to do it. Or the best version of ourselves that says, this is how we want to be in the world. This is the best version of us in greatest service to the world. And we know Bayley as the role model, the hugger, someone who's been like a really, really good person for a very long time. Yeah, she had that stint where she was a heel and she has these voices in her head that are telling her what to do because she missed WrestleMania and she's lost a bunch of matches recently and she hasn't been able to capture the Intercontinental Championship. So she's hearing voices in her head. She's conflicted about where to go next, what role to step into next, who she really is as a person. And all of a sudden we're going to see Randy Orton in one of her next videos saying, I hear voices too. No, I'm just kidding. This is a very serious matter here with Bayley. But on a real note, like this has been very well done, and I'm excited to see where it goes, where it ends up, and which path Bayley goes down. Is she going to be more of the role model hugger character? Is she going to go evil side, or is she going to kind of toe that line a little bit, kind of like a Kevin Owens type of person who does what's necessary when it needs to be done to win matches, to win championships, which is ultimately the goal of professional wrestling and being in a professional wrestling match? Or is she going to let that slide and more worry about her legacy, who she is as a person, her role model, stature, and status? So I'm very excited to see where that goes with Bayley. And then speaking of women's wrestling, Stephanie Vacour will face right now an unnamed opponent at Clash in Paris for the Women's World Championship. Now, who would that be? I think it should be Io Sky. I think we should see Stephanie Vacour versus Io Sky for that Women's World Championship, and then I give the title to Io Sky. I don't think Stephanie Vacour is ready, but she's on a very, very hot streak. You might also see Stephanie Vacour versus Roxanne Perez. Roxanne Perez has as Michael Cole said it, one of the best rookie years we've ever seen. Roxanne Perez is a future main eventer. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's been wrestling since she was 13. She's got it figured out in that ring, and she just has the presence, the aura. So does Stephanie Vacour. So does Io Sky. So does obviously Rhea Ripley. So those could be any options. I think it might be too early for Roxanne Perez or Stephanie Vacour, but I also wouldn't be opposed to it. Give them the strap. See if they can swim with it. See how good they can do with it. The sure bet is like, okay, it'll work out if it's Io Sky, if it's Rhea Ripley, sure. But I'm very excited to see which direction WWE takes that. Then speaking of Clash in Paris, we're going to have this massive fatal four-way match. And you saw basically at the end of Monday Night Raw, Jey Uso super kicking CM Punk in the face. There are no friends in fatal four-way matches. There are no friends when you're trying to win the World Heavyweight Championship. We know Cody Rhodes is the WWE champion. He'll probably face Drew McIntyre at Clash in Paris. We just saw Randy Orton RKO Drew McIntyre out of nowhere, and what was kind of the best scene we saw from SmackDown with Randy Orton's kind of crazy, I hear voices in his head type of face. But then we're going to see this fatal four-way. I'm almost 100% sure, I'm almost 100% sure that Seth Rollins is going to walk away with the strap. After this, I think Jey Uso is done in the world title scene. Even though Roman Reigns says we shouldn't question that Jey Uso should be in the Fatal 4-Way match. I should kind of question, don't really see him needing to be in there. I would have preferred potentially a triple threat, but we've seen a lot of triple threats recently. So I'm cool with a Fatal 4-Way, just a lot of moving pieces. Of course, the Visionary team or Seth Rollins and company are going to be involved in that. But I would say this is Jey Uso's last shot at winning the title. So once this match happens, the Clash in Paris, you will not see him in the title picture anymore. I don't think so, because Roman Reigns is not done with these guys. You might see Roman Reigns and Jey Uso actually team up because we have Survivor Series coming up soon. So you may see him be back in feuding with Seth Rollins and company, but I don't think you're going to see him get another title shot coming soon. And then you have LA Knight, I think the same. They just threw LA Knight into this match because he's super over. Jey Uso and LA Knight are very similar. They're very over. They got good catchphrases. I think LA Knight is a bigger star, a better wrestler, and a better performer than Jey Uso. I think LA Knight is the best of sort of the three that people are talking about in terms of I think they could win championships. Jey Uso already won one. Not sure if he needed to win it, but he won one. And then you have LA Knight and Sami Zayn. I would have given it to LA Knight before I gave it to any of the other ones. So we'll see who wins it between Sami Zayn and LA Knight. At some point, people think Sami Zayn is going to win it. I'm kind of past that. I don't think LA Knight is going to win it either, but it is what it is. So I think Jey Uso and LA Knight, they're going to be done with the world title picture after this match, after Clash in Paris. And then, of course, CM Punk is going to lose. He's going to lose forever. I hope he never wins another strap again. I loved how he had his title for 5 minutes and then Seth Rollins stripped it away from him and beat him for it. That's awesome. But at some point, for sure, Seth Rollins is going to be beaten by CM Punk. CM Punk is going to be the one that dethrones Seth Rollins. Is probably going to happen at WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas, where there's so much animosity between the two, so much build-up. CM Punk has lost over and over in fatal four-way matches and tag team matches and this match and this match and that match. And it's like, holy shit, we're building up to WrestleMania 42. Seth Rollins, CM Punk. CM Punk finally beats Rollins in a main event. Solo match in main event where he wins and he holds the title up. I don't want to see that picture at all. Some fans really do, and I think that's where all of this is leading to in the Fatal 4-Way match. But don't be surprised if John Cena, Logan Paul is the one that main events that show. I really don't think that'll happen. I think this Fatal 4-Way will main event the show, but don't be shocked. And also don't be shocked if Logan Paul beats John Cena in the center of that ring and uses some of the same heel tactics that we just saw John Cena use to retain his title multiple times against people like Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. Don't be shocked when Logan Paul wins. We're going to see Seth Rollins retain. I think Becky Lynch is going to retain. And I think Roman Reigns is going to beat Bronson Reed, but there's also going to be a continuation of all of that based on the Fatal 4-Way, based on Roman Reigns' match. All that's going to sort of head to at Survivor Series. Maybe we're going to have an honorary sort of member of that team with CM Punk, or there's going to have like a makeshift team there, or whatever the case may be. But it's all leading to CM Punk versus Seth Rollins, where Seth at WrestleMania 42, where CM Punk is going to have that really clear picture of him holding that title at WrestleMania. I don't want to see it, but as I talk to you right now on August 26, 2025, with WrestleMania being in April of 2026, that's what I think might happen. But those are my thoughts and feelings. What are your thoughts and feelings about the whole matter? Let me know in the comments down below. Then like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Lots of love. Cheers.